Alright, what's happening, plebs? We're out here with a bit of a different kind of video today. We're going to be talking about International Women's Day. So, for this little celebration of sorts, we're going to be actually talking about something that's quite serious and something that actually I don't think has really been ever addressed or talked about much in Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's basically like, the treatment of girls and how girls are like perceived and just kind of basically like treated well or badly, which I guess we'll find out more today. So I'm joined by Jackie, first of all,
Hello.
and
I
Tiffany
don't know
as
what
well.
to say.
Hi, it's fine. So yeah, I guess let's just drive straight in. I've got some like questions and stuff lined up. So, first of all, if we just, I guess, Tiffany, if you can just tell us, as a generic sort of like all-encompassing question, do you think that girls are treated differently in the Yu-Gi-Oh community?
Oh, absolutely. Like, that's not even a question.
Okay. I mean, do you want to elaborate?
Yeah, actually. Okay, so, like, I'll give an example. I was at Atlanta this weekend, and, like, this guy just messages me out of nowhere,
Is it
saying,
the guy? Like the guy?
the guy?
Like
No.
okay.
It's just a guy messaging me, and he's like, I gotta find this message. He's like, hey, I like think you're cute, and I see you.
I see
I'm too
you.
shy
Oh
to
my
come and
god.
say. I'm too shy to come and like say anything to you, and then like I just kind of ignored it because I thought it was really creepy, and then like, he like sends me another message, and says like. He's like, I saw you earlier, you were looking at me, and I was looking at you. And, like, I didn't even know I apparently was. And so, like, I just, like, ignored that as well, because, like, I was like, this guy's, like, really weird. I don't, like, remember looking at anyone in particular. I mean, I guess if I was looking at his, like, general direction, but...
So what's the punchline?
like,
What happened?
Well, he just like, kept sending me messages even though I was like ignoring him, and he just sent this final message saying, "If you're shy, I fully understand. I'm in the Hyatt if you want to come and talk, or I can come to the
That's
event.
right.
But I'd like to talk face to face before the weekend is over, or we can go and grab lunch together." And I'm just like, I don't know who this guy is. It's like really weird when that kind of stuff happens. Like,
I'm like laughing because I know the feeling.
Is
And
this
it's just
so? Is that
bad.
something that
It's
happens
not
all
even
the
like,
time?
uh, define all the time. Like
Like every
once
major
a day.
event?
It'd be like once an event, something like that would happen. Like I was actually telling people, like for me in Atlanta, like I almost got this guy. Like I almost had to go to the judges table and like report this guy for like sexual harassment because it was getting that bad.
What happened?
Like there was a bunch of repair rounds, and then there was just like one round where I had to play this guy. And if you ever like play me at a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, I'm pretty nice and pretty friendly. I usually like sit down. I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm Jackie. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? Just the general thing to like kind of kill time between like the judges saying start and us actually like
Yeah.
sitting there so it's not dead silent. And then like towards the end of it, the guy was just like, "Yeah, but then I'll see you tonight, right?" And it's just like I don't know why, but it gives the people the okay to like kind of say those things to people and like in front of my face. And I did the awkward like pretend I didn't hear it kind of thing, so I can move on with my life and pack up since it's a repair. And then he just kept like coming up to me in between like rounds again, and it just was like it almost got to the point where I was just gonna be like, dude, listen, come up to me again. I'm just gonna go to the judges table, give them your name because I have your name from the repair round, and yeah, I don't know. It's just like things like that. I don't want to have to do those things. I just want people to like understand that you just don't do that. I don't know. I think people like kind of lose their like I don't know what the exact word is, but they definitely like lose their like sense of like
Social awareness.
respect, I guess. It's like no, it's like a respect thing. I don't think most people have like respect when it comes to like other women in Yu-Gi-Oh communities because they think that they're as awkward as they are, but I actually know how to talk to a person for the most
Yeah,
part.
like I had a really like weird experience at Nats 2015, and like there's this guy I talk to on Facebook sometimes. I was in Zodiac, and like we finally met each other. Like at first he was kind of cool. Well, like he starts following me to all of my rounds, and like is like right at my shoulders, watching me play, and like tries to shit talk my opponents, saying, "Oh, she's gonna like beat your ass. She's gonna win. You don't have a chance," and stuff like that. And he just kept following me around all day long, and I got really annoyed. So I'm sitting here telling like my friends about it. It's like, hey, this guy is like following me around. He's really annoying, has bad breath, and at
Icing
one
on the
point,
cake.
my friend Larry's like, "Hey, you need to like go away. No one like likes you. She thinks you're annoying." And like he thought it was a joke, and he just starts laughing, like like it wasn't something to be taken seriously. And like another friend of mine, Larry's like, "Hey, nobody likes you. Just go away." And he just like treated it like a joke the whole time. Kept following me around all day, and it was just so bad that towards the end of the day, I had to head into the women's bathroom because that was the only place he could not follow me.
Not with that attitude.
Legally saying you cannot follow
Yeah.
her into the women's bathroom.
So, I mean, you like for both of you, is this something that's literally just like event to event? There's always just someone like either creeping on you or just saying weird things or just like even going so far as to just like literally just follow you around.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but for the most part, it's just different events have different extremities. I guess you can
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Some events are nicer than the others. I'll give it that. Seattle, there was not that many weird people. Congratulations, the state of Seattle or Washington, for having the least creepy people in your state so far. Congratulations.
I just think that it's like, I mean, doesn't that just really just like, do you not just feel like I don't want to be here? Like, fuck this game. Like, surely it just makes you just hate like Yu-Gi-Oh if it's like event to event basically.
There's definitely been times where it's like been like that for me. Yeah, like for Atlanta, for example, I wasn't really interested in playing in Atlanta. I didn't even really want to go to the event. I was gonna end up probably judging it because I was kind of like sick of the attitudes of people in general in the community because they're not necessarily. The most part, it's not really welcoming towards like women. It's more like a. I don't. I think Tiffany might be able to find the words for it because I'm like really bad with words. But it's
Yeah,
more
like I
like
get what
yeah,
like
it's more like like you won't like get out told to your face to like kind of like you're not welcome, but like you definitely like get a different attitude towards most people than like others. Like if for example, like I'm pretty sure if I was a guy in the UK community, then my life would be like way more like less stressful by for the most part.
yeah, like they'll treat you like you're some foreign object or something, like they've never seen in their entire life, like a leprechaun or something. And I was at the like bar in the hotel at Atlanta, and this guy looks at my deck. He's like, "Oh, you play a real deck? Oh my god, that's so cool!" Like he just acted like it was some like rare occasion.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I felt like a science like specimen.
So like just kind of in general, like from when you guys like started playing, like did you guys start playing like on your own accord? Was it like through friends, or how did you get into the game first and foremost?
Well, I've been playing for like 10 years. I got into the game because I walked into SJC San Francisco when I wasn't interested in Yu-Gi-Oh! I wasn't playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I remember it from a kid, so that got me back into the game. Um, I don't know about Tiffany. I know she's relatively like newer to the game as I am because she started going to events more so recently, from what it seems like.
Yeah.
So you would have been a lot
Um.
younger, but like when you started Tiffany, like you were just you were grown up basically, right?
I actually like hated Yu-Gi-Oh all the way up until like I was about 16, and my brother was playing it. My younger brother was, and then my his friend, who like later became my boyfriend, tried to get me into it. It was when like the new agent structure decks came out, and they're like, "Hey, you should buy 3 of these and start playing the game with us." So I bought 3 of the agent structure decks, and like they made me a deck out of it. Like I wasn't too into it at first. Like I actually like didn't like it. I didn't like that was because I didn't know how to play really, essentially. And
So did you go to a locals or?
I didn't go to my first locals until like over a year later. Actually, it was like when Dragon Rulers were out.
What was
That was
like
when I
your
went to
first
my
experience like at a locals? Did it feel like awkward and weird, or was it generally good, or?
It was generally good, but then again, I've like lived under a very sheltered life, so like being around a bunch of people wasn't like something normal for me.
Hmm.
But like everybody was friendly towards me, at least in my area. I actually went to a regional before I went to a locals. That's the funny thing. But yeah,
So in regards to
like
like your gender, like did you feel like you were treated differently because of it, or?
well, I didn't feel that way at first, but as like time has gone by and I've went to more and more events, like bigger events, I've definitely noticed it
So do you
a
think it's like
lot.
better at locals?
Yeah, mostly because like these are people I see on a daily or weekly basis. So
Hmm.
they like know me as a person, so they actually like respect me as a person versus like strangers. They go, "Oh my god, a chick that plays Yu-Gi-Oh!" You know? It's
Yeah.
like different.
That's definitely true. The people from my locals in my like in Northern California, which is where I'm originally from, they're all people I consider family, and they're all people I've known for 9+ years. And then when I leave or go out of state for something, it's totally different because those are people I grew up with. They all like learn to have respect towards people, and it's totally different.
Why do you guys think like it's like it seems to be something like unique to like just sort of like nerd culture, like video game culture and like card games, like
Not necessarily, because I did play Magic for a little bit. Um, I was playing Legacy when Dragon Rollers were really big, and that's when I was really into Legacy. And everyone there just treats everyone the same. It's not necessarily like I didn't really have this issue until like most so recently, because the older generation of like Yu-Gi-Oh players, which is like when I originally started playing, they were a lot nicer. There was a lot less weird people, to be honest. And I just like when we got this like new generation, like maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, like the people in like this span of players are just genuinely more like rude. I'm not sure if that's like from Facebook or from what, but like I definitely noticed that a lot of them have like more like not like more disrespectful towards like not only like women but just in general to each other. Like they're not really like out there to like praise people. They're just mainly just you never really hear any player praise another player anymore. It's mainly just like them bashing on each other. And it's more so like just a
Mhm.
positivity thing as opposed to a gender thing lately.
Do you think you
Yeah,
had a
it's
better
become
time?
like a
Go on.
it's like a giant dick measuring contest right now, I feel like.
I
Like,
think that's more so correct.
yeah.
Do you think that your time in Magic, because maybe something to do with like because it's sort of like a different demographic, because obviously Magic tends to be a bit of an older generation, like literally like the only people I know who play Magic are just adults. Like I don't actually know anyone who's like below 20 that like plays Magic.
Yeah, that might be it too, since like the people that play Yu-Gi-Oh right now are generally just a little bit younger. That might be it. Now that I think about it, because when I was playing Pokemon as well, like a lot of them were just older too, and
Hmm.
they're just the same way. They're just really welcoming and not like when I went to. Like, I guess for Pokemon it's a lot more common. Like when you go to Pokemon regionals, they're all super nice to you. But like same thing with Magic, and I'm not sure. Just I think Yu-Gi-Oh is just a lot younger and a lot. The new crowd is just a lot younger, and I don't think they've learned to really not say things they're not supposed to say yet.
See the people that you guys deal with in Yu-Gi-Oh though, like all the kind of creepoids, like they are like what are they like teenagers? Like I mean, or are they just like
Not not teenagers, more just like young adults, like
Yeah, so that's why
maybe.
it's weird because like even though Yu-Gi-Oh has a general lower age like population, like the people you kind of deal with who do these sort of things are like ones who are, like early 20s kind of people.
Yeah, that's probably. It might be the same for Tiffany, but for me, that's the general age.
Yeah.
Yeah, is 1920.
Yeah. Well, like the guy that followed me around at 2015 Nats was like 16, 17 years old, but still, like, it was for the most part like people around my age.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Like maybe if you're younger, you just don't have this like compass of like what's acceptable in a real life situation, or I don't know. It's a bit weird. Maybe a
I
generational
just
thing.
think it. Yeah, I think it's a generation thing. And a lot of them don't really. I'm not sure if they haven't gotten like the good old belt every now and then, or they never got their ass beat. But like one of those probably need to happen to like change it or something. I know when I said something that was pretty disrespectful when I was a kid, I got the good old fashioned, young Mexican belt going on.
So one other thing that I guess I wanted to sort of mention both of you have got like two sort of major stories that like stick out in my mind. Jackie, like you had recently, some people were doing some nasty things to you online. Do you want to talk about that a bit, or?
I mean, I could talk about it, but I'm not really sure where I can, start from it. It's definitely not the first time it's happened, which it has, like, that's why it's not, like, just a big deal. It's definitely not the worst thing to happen to me, by far. Uh, so, I don't know. I don't know what you would want me to say, or necessarily. It's easier if you just ask a question first,
Well, I mean,
I
like what
guess.
happened basically.
Um, Essentially what happened is I work for a card store. It's Epic Cards and Games. It's in Dallas, and for the most part, everyone knows me there. Just I'm usually like really cool with everyone that works there, uh, and I'm not really sure what happened. I guess, but I'm not even. I wasn't even aware that this was happening. Keep in mind because I had gotten blocked by the person before they posted it, so I just didn't even know that this was a thing going on or who exactly did it because it was someone I guess I didn't know. But they came come into Epic on a Friday night, which is our big tournament, and then I guess they just took just snap one of those pictures that aren't really the best, and they kind of just posted it and it just got memed a bunch or whatever. And I'm not like it just to me it's funny because there's a lot worse pictures of me out there that you could have used by far, and that was just happened to be funny that was just the one chosen. Uh, but I don't know. My bosses kind of got really upset at it because they want their employee to not feel uh, I guess
Bullied.
in a situation where they would be attacked while at work. That's like a really bad thing. I guess they always want me to be comfortable. They care about me. So for that to happen, they're just really upset, especially in their building. And for me, I kind of just like deactivated my Facebook because I was kind of getting tired of it getting tagged in or everyone coming up to me saying, "Hey, have you seen this?" It's just like, yes, I've seen it. I don't really care. Just turned it off for like a week or two. Called it a day. I'm just not really sure as to why. Like, I guess like Tiffany kind of told me about it for a little bit more. So she like apparently knew more about it than I did because I had everything blocked, and she talked to me about it in Atlanta, and I was just like, Jesus, I didn't know like half of this was happening. Um, I guess it divided people saying that like they wouldn't care this much if it was like a guy, if it was happening to a guy or a girl more so. I just don't think it should have been happening at all or whatever. Like it shouldn't happen to anyone. It doesn't matter if it's just me or a girl or it doesn't matter. Just you're supposed to be just positive towards everyone. I know that there's just like there's a lot of people that just attack people for like they think that they deserve it or whatever. Even then, so like right now, Corey's getting a bunch of crap right now. I'm not particularly a fan of the guy, but I just don't think that he deserves like the attack. Like him as a person, like I don't know. just no one deserves to be like attacked in any way, like in a public forum. I don't think so.
Well, that's pretty shitty that people like did that to you in the workspace and stuff. I mean, I can't imagine that would ever happen to a guy, like realistically. Worst thing I've seen like happening to guys is like pictures snapped of like the ass crack thing, but like that's about it.
Yeah, like honestly, if she were a guy, it wouldn't have been like escalated to that level. Nobody would have done that. The way I feel is that these people did this is because they're like, aha, exposed, aha, her true form, or something like that. That's basically what they were saying.
That's essentially what they're saying, which is hilarious, because, like, I was reading, like, some of the posts that people were sending me, and then they're just like, all she had to do was say that, like, oh, I don't look like, yeah, with makeup, I guess I look a little different than the post would. And first off, I wouldn't even have to say that. If, like, I shouldn't be in a position to say it. Second, I was wearing makeup in that photo, which is the funniest part. But, I don't know. Yeah, if I was just a guy and I just looked normal, I guess that wouldn't have happened. It's just, I don't know. I just think the situation in general just something that shouldn't happen, and it's pretty hilarious that it got escalated to the point it did, because there's definitely a lot worse out there to make fun of me for. And they chose a picture of me getting annoyed at work trying to shuffle through cards.
Tiffany, you spoke to me before this and you were saying that there was something that you wanted to bring up. Do you want to go ahead?
Yes, actually. So everyone knows Robin Riggs. Well, Atlanta this weekend, her and I made plans to like gather some friends of ours and go to the bar and, you know, just like get drunk and stuff. So I invited some of my friends from a vendor, like they were vending there that weekend. We actually invited Donnell Washington and John Moore.
Oh god!
I thought it was gonna be fun, but they ended up not coming. But anyway, Robin invites like a group of her friends that like I knew a couple of them. Some of them I just didn't know at all, but like I didn't think much of it at first. So we were at the bar. They closed like an hour after we got there because it was pretty late. It was like midnight when we got there, and so Robin gets the idea, hey, let's like get a hotel room and just like drink there. And by the time we're sitting in the hotel lobby getting ready to get a room, it was 2 a.m. and I'm just thinking like, well, I actually think I need to get back to my hotel room because I need to be there to check out in the morning and everything. So I told Robin I couldn't stay. I actually got someone to come pick me up and take me to my hotel, which was like several minutes from that place there. And so, you know, I thought everything was going to be fine. And I come to the convention center in the morning and Robin messages me saying like a bunch of stuff went down. Well, like basically what they did is that they drugged her and took advantage of her over the night. And there were like, I think there were at least 5 of them.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? Wow. Okay, that's really heavy.
Yeah, I promised I wouldn't go into detail about it, but like that's what happened. Basically we're trying to like get presses charged on these guys. It's like I didn't think that these guys would like be like that, but you got to be really careful. I guess like no matter who it is, like you could like trust someone and they can just like do something like that to you. I'm actually like in shock about this. Like the way that guys treat women in this community, like they treat us like we're meat sometimes. Like that's just like how it is. And I just think what they did was absolutely disgusting. Like some people don't like her, but nobody can like say that she deserved nobody deserves anything like that to happen to them. If I didn't like go home that night or go back to my hotel that night, it probably would have happened to me too. And like that's a scary thing to think about.
I mean, I'm just speechless. Like that's crazy. Like I hope that gets sorted and stuff and definitely looked into and shit. So yeah, clearly that would never happen to a guy, like without a doubt. I hope she's safe and stuff, and yeah, that's just crazy. Well, moving on. I don't know where to go from here.
Yeah, it escalated pretty quickly. I'll admit it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay. Well, for like the sort of little last part about this, I was gonna do like sort of Q&A thing. If anyone in the chat has like anything kind of relating to the topic that they want to ask about, then feel free to ask and tag my name as well so I can see it a little bit clearer. And yeah, do you guys think there's anything else that you wanted to like bring up or just mention? You could talk. You know what? Let's talk about some of the good things in like the UK community for like girls specifically. Is there anything good like that you feel has come from you playing this game, like specifically cause you're a girl?
A lot of, like, by a lot I mean like a solid like 4 people have come up to me since or 4 like women themselves came up to me and like talked to me saying that they kind of got like a confidence boost when they saw like my ARG burst top spree. And they just like felt that they were good, but they never wanted to like travel, and I gave them the confidence to go out and travel because I'm doing it, which felt great. I'm very happy about that. I'm very like not very standoffish or anything, even though like if you see me at a tournament, I just have a resting bitch face, and I promise that I'm very nice. But they come up to me and they're like, "Thanks for the confidence." We said, "I'm really happy I could like do that. I just want to like, I just want people to like go out and make sure that they're a confidence guy or girl. Like you never know if you're gonna do well in a tournament unless you go out and try. That's all I gotta give my advice to. Just be super positive, super friendly, have confidence in yourself, and one day you'll get there, man."
Yeah.
That's all I really wanted to ever say.
Yeah, that's totally awesome. Like just being like a role model and stuff is like pretty cool. Not many people get to say like I have multiple tops. Just in the general population of Yu-Gi-Oh. Never mind like a girl as well, which is a very very small minority of this community. Tiffany, have you had any like particularly like great experiences and stuff like because you're a girl?
Not that it's because of girl. I mean, I've made a lot of friends and I enjoy traveling and meeting people. Although I am really shy, so I guess like, I mean, sometimes I do get like those messages where people say that they think I'm like cool and stuff or whatever. I mean, like that's good to hear from people, but like
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like I guess like it's like really easy to get a hold of cards to like borrow and stuff. Like I needed to borrow some stuff this weekend or like trade for stuff, and like I got instant responses. So like, if I were a guy, that probably wouldn't have like happened as quickly,
Do you trade a lot?
I don't
I don't know about Tiffany. Sorry. I didn't know you were asking me to.
I'm just asking
I'm
both of
not
you
a-
like if you
I'm not
trade
like
a
a
lot.
huge trader, but like I usually just buy the stuff I need,
Mm-hmm.
Like I borrow stuff sometimes, but only if like I can't get a hold of the stuff, like nobody has it, and like the person like doesn't want to sell it to me. They just wanna they wanna just let me borrow it. Like I'm not like too huge on trading actually. I'm just more into playing.
Yeah. Do you feel like you have a bit of an advantage as a girl for trading?
I mean, I probably could use it to my advantage if I really, really wanted to. Like there was actually a time when I first started playing the game, and I was like wanting to build Dragoonities. So like this guy wanted like a few 50-cent a few like 50-cent cards in a. He gave me like a whole page of his Dragoonity stuff and had like 3 Dragoonity ducks in it. And I was like he just like gave me it. I was like, what?
Nice. Was he a weirdo
Yeah,
afterwards
I
about
don't know. Well, he was like kind of weird the whole time, but
it? Okay. Maybe
I don't
that's
really. It was like a really bad locals.
right. Jackie, what about you?
Yeah, I just get broken trades, man. I'm not even gonna hide it. I get the best trades in the Blended Earth. I'm not even gonna hide it. Some people, I don't know if it's like, even if I would be a guy, some people just give me some broken trades. I don't know. Like, there's times where, like, because I used to, like, buy cards for myself way back then, or And then like now I have like I work at the booth for Epic for the regionals, but man, some of the prices I try to like go like I make it like a goal for myself to see how low I can go. Sometimes people say yes on like Twin Burst. I got it for $2 this week, and I don't even know how that happened. That's like a $25 card. I said sure and kept walking. I gotta pay for my Yu-Gi-Oh event somehow though, man.
You guys should do like a social experiment where you just go to like a major event and just walk around to like the trading section with all the people like outside the main hall and just be like, hey, can I have that? And just see how many cards you can get just by saying like, can I have that, please?
No, see, I say can I have that on things that like don't matter. Like I collect like really bad secret rares from old sets. So I'll point at like a card blocker or a Tardy Orc and I'll be like, can I have that? And they'll be like, sure. And I take it. I'm not gonna ask for that. But like if it's something like I don't know, I'll try. I can see how that goes. It's probably not gonna be a good like result, or I'm not gonna have like I'm probably gonna have some guy asking like what can I get back or something, but which happens sometimes. There's one time, oh man,
Oh, for real?
like way back then, like when Beast King Barbaros was like an $8 card way back then, some guy tried to like give him a phone number for it and refuses to take anything else out in my binder. And it was just like the worst experience ever. So I wrote down a fake phone number. I was trying to get this Beast King Barbaros, so I walked the other way.
Did he take it?
I took the Beast King Barbaros, he took the fake number.
Oh, wow. He didn't even like test it. Okay.
Nah, I was just trying to get my Beast King Barbaros.
I wonder if that classifies as scamming.
Maybe. I'm pretty sure it's some form of scamming. But like the guy wouldn't like leave me alone about it either. I think it was just gonna be one of those things where he's just gonna keep bothering me until I wrote something down on a napkin so he has something to show his friends.
I actually like had an experience like that where I was at this regionals and I go to sit down at my table and for some reason there's a note at my table number and I open it and it has this guy's phone number in it saying that he knew my name or something and he wanted like me to like text him or something. It was like really, really weird. Like he like literally looked up my name on the pairings to go like put
to find the table number.
Yes, it was so weird.
Oh.
And like my friends trolled me because I like showed them it, and one of my friends like pretended to be me and started texting them, and like said come kiss me or something, and he was literally leaning around my shoulder while I was trying to play, like dangerously close to my face. It was so scary. I can't believe they did that to me like that.
Strange.
See, it's just like tips for like people who actually go to events and like see a girl that they think is cute. Like what, like if it was in your situation, what's like the normal way to go about it?
It's just the vibe, man. To be honest, it's always just the vibe thing. If you're giving up these like weird shaky vibes, I'm gonna start shaking too. Like, if you really think they're cute or whatever, you gotta be. It's like just normal, real people. Like, if you go out in normal outside world and you see a girl that you think is cute, she's gonna tell you're nervous and she's gonna be like a little off-putted. It's the same thing for Yu-Gi-Oh. It's just it's not a different species of women, man. We're still women, and we react the same way that normal women out in the outside world would react.
So there isn't like a special pickup line or anything like, hey,
ooh, I got the casual, I'll buy you a pack if you would have sit down and talked to me.
No, like they act so strange. Is like, have you ever like I've had this experience, a couple experiences where like I beat someone like at an event or a regional, and like after you get done playing them, they just like look at you awkwardly and say thank you. It's like, thank you for what?
That's the most beta thing I've ever heard.
If you want to go up to a girl at a regional, just be like, hey, how was your last match? Keep it casual, a normal person. Whatever, if you're talking to one of your guy friends, you don't go up to and be like, hey, I think you're beautiful, what's up? Because if you go outside in the real world, it doesn't matter how good you look, you're probably going to get the cold shoulder or something.
Oh, God.
Like, if people come up to you all the time, they're like, hey, how did you do your last round? I'll talk your ear out, I'll tell you how my last round went. And just like that, you create little casual, conversations. Eventually, if you see that young girl at that young duelist lady that you're trying to get into, maybe towards the end of the event, be like, hey, had a really nice time talking to you. You know, it's just like regular worlds. I don't know, guys. It's not that hard. It's not different. It's just the same thing you talk to a regular person with. You can hit them with the hey if they have the same pairings last name as you, and you keep, bothering them at their pairings. You can just be like, hey, how fancy seeing you here again. You have the same last name. You can just do little cute things like that.
Oh my gosh, like, there's like the times when I just lost my train of thought. Never mind.
Okay.
I had a brain fart.
Have you so someone's asking, has anyone ever approached you like in a normal way and like it's actually like gone somewhere?
I mean, I did have like 3, I guess 2.5. I don't know. One relationship I met through kind of Yu-Gi-Oh! For the most part. It lasted 5 years. So there's like one really big one, and then the other ones lasted like a year each. So clearly something worked out for one of those people. It does. You can always, you never know where you're gonna find the person you really like or whatever. That's like when I was giving you guys the experience of how to come up and talk to girls that like are playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And not be weird about it. It was coming from experience.
Yeah.
It just like for me, I bet some guy that in the outside world, and then he found out I played Yu-Gi-Oh! And he played Yu-Gi-Oh! And he was a kid. He's like, hey, I'll play you in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm just like, you're probably gonna get bodied. He came to my locals because I told him where he was at. He got bodied. Then I talked to him afterwards, and then we dated for 5 years. It just things like that happen.
What's it like being with someone who like is a Yu-Gi-Oh player? Like, because I mean, you're especially Jackie. You're like pretty competitive and stuff. And if you're dating someone who's like, competitive as well, it's like, do you test together, like, or do you have like arguments about like card choices or?
All right. So the one that I was with for 5 years, he actually didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh, and the relationship kind of deterred because he put me in a position where it's just like it's either me or Yu-Gi-Oh. I didn't choose Yu-Gi-Oh. I chose to have a potential with someone in the future who lets me do what I like to do, soul-searching stuff. I don't know what you want me to say, but that didn't last. But when the other people that I dated, my God, I could not play Yu-Gi-Oh! At all with them because we would always, like, get into arguments, and it'd be way too serious over one little card. It'd be like, I want to play the same deck list as you. That's fine, but I absolutely refuse to play these cards. Now you can play the same cards. I don't understand why you can have different deck lists. It's just things like that. I don't know if you guys have noticed this from the, I don't know how long this conversation has been, maybe 30 minutes. I'm pretty laid back. I don't really care about most things. So, for other people, they care a lot more than I do. And from the competitive standpoint, from the people that I was playing that were competitive as well, it was terrible for the most part. Hopefully, it'll get to the point where that wouldn't happen to be an issue, and it'd be great. Because I think I don't know. It's really difficult having a relationship with someone who's as competitive as you. Maybe it's because they don't love the game as much as I do. I don't know. There'll be a formula that will eventually work.
Tiffany, what about you?
Well, like I said, I got into like Yu-Gi-Oh! And one of the people, the friend of my brother, I actually eventually dated. It actually lasted almost 2 years. It kind of went sour. He got really controlling. There was actually like a story where I topped a locals once and he didn't. I pulled a Draco sack and he asked for it and I'm just like, no, you can't have it. And he just like threw a shit fit in the middle of the store, and at that point everyone was like, you need to dump him, stuff like that.
What the hell? Give me your card.
Yeah, like he was like, I don't
Have you ever heard "Give Me the Win"? I heard it "Give Me the Win" a couple times, but go on, Tiffany.
Yeah. Well, like, he would, like, get mad because it was, like, before I had a job. I was, like, 18, and he would be like, it's not fair. I bought your deck, and you top locals, and I don't. But then again, like, He played Black Wings, so you know.
He deserved to be dumped then.
I mean, with my ex, I guess like whenever he came to visit, we would play. I mean, the first time we played each other, I actually like waxed him, so that was a thing.
Oh.
But yeah, I actually don't have too much experience with relationships. I've only had like 3 actual relationships, so there you go.
Jackie, tell us more about the "Give Me the Win" thing.
Which one, man? Which Give Me the Win story do you want to hear? There's I'm glad that the regional thing right now has happened the way it is. I don't know if you guys heard, but you get Worlds points for regionals now. And if that was the case 1 year ago, I would have definitely went to Worlds, but I would also not have gone to Worlds because I'd have to drop at 5-0, 6-1, 7-1, or 7-0 from the regionals every time because the other person would not top and they would want to go home. That's neither here or there. And there'd be like times where I would have to play said particular person in a particular ARG, and at this particular ARG I would have to give this particular person the win because they did not have confidence in themselves, thinking that they would top, so I give said person the win. And
But do you think that's like a gender thing? Like, have you had experience with that?
with what? No, I just think that's being in a relationship and having to play Yu-Gi-Oh! With this person.
But I mean, like, have you ever had someone be like, "Oh, come on, like you're a girl, like you don't play this game for real"? Like, have you ever had that kind of like?
Oh no, I had this one experience at ARG Orlando, and if you ask this person, this particular person, they would completely say that this story did not happen. But I remember the story like it was yesterday because I tell the story all the time. So I sit down round 1 of ARG Orlando, the first one. The second one. I sit down in front of my opponent. He's over here talking about how he has the bye. Say he's playing a girl, he has the bye. And I'm just sitting there, shuffling. My opponent next to me says, "I don't think he knows who you are," because I topped the ARG, both ARGs previous to that with Burning Abyss. I'm just sitting there shuffling my deck, and I'm like, "It's okay, it's fine." And I'm just sitting there shuffling my deck. And then, he wins the dice roll. I don't really care about winning or losing the dice rolls because I just expect to win at this point. And my opponent activates a Summoner's Art, and I look at my hand, a Firelake Tour Guide Maxi, and like MSC, something ridiculous. And I'm like, Jesus, this man's gonna get bodied. And I proceed to Swift 2-0 him in 7.5 minutes. And then he lays on the table and then just lays there until round 2. And that's my experience with the gender thing, I guess.
Did he say anything?
Man, he must have like.
He didn't say anything. The guy in the table next to me was just like, "I think that's karma at its full potential and full power." And I'm just like, "Yeah, man, it happens. You shouldn't assume you have the buys because just the person in the front of you has different body parts than you. I still have this better contents in my deck than you do, buddy."
Dude, he must have felt like he had the smallest pee-pee in the world after that.
Pee-pee.
I don't know what happened, man. I went ahead and kept that in my memory bank for the rest of my life.
Do you feel like people underestimate you when they do you?
Not anymore, honestly.
Because you're obviously a bit more famous and stuff. Like, people do know you, like, as a person and stuff.
I mean, when I first started traveling to events, it was real rough, man. Everyone in front of me just like, because like for a good amount. Alright, let me tell. Perfect example. YCS Chicago 2011 or 2012 or something like that. I took the highest rarity raccoon deck you can take to this event.
Oh god.
No. Trust me. It was literally the goo. So,
the goo.
I don't know if you know this, but Water and Fire Fist both have a really difficult time against raccoons. Water has a difficult time because they can't regulate their hand size with Unicorn on the board. And then against Fire Fist, you just make nappies in this game, and it's just the freest matches. So I took, I just take my little raccoon deck, and I sit in front of my opponents. They're like, "Oh, what you playing?" And I'm like, "Raccoons," and they just laugh. They're like, "Of course you're playing raccoons." And that's when I started. That's when I'm like, "What? Would you like to sit down and play?" And then they're like, "Sure." And then they get bodied in the worst way ever, the worst disrespected way ever. Be like, "Activate obedience school." You ever hear someone say attack for pawn poke for game? No, that never happens. This is the most disrespectful thing that can happen. That's like, when I didn't have anything to my name. Yeah, that was the funniest experiences I had. I think I liked it better when people didn't know who I was. Because then they just, like, make themselves look like fools. Now people don't look like fools anymore.
Tiffany, do you feel like people underestimate like your skill and stuff when you sit down to play them because like you're a girl?
I mean, yeah, sometimes, but like whenever I like whip out that spellground and stuff, they kind of like think you're at least remotely decent, I guess. I mean, that's what I used
show
to
up to
think.
events with like a paper mat and stuff, and like be like, "Hey, I'm here to play my first duel," and then just like whip out like max rarity dragon rulers. Like,
Oh
just
man,
two
I've
of
had
them.
friends of mine do that
man.
kind of thing before. Like, I actually like thought about doing that myself. I was like, I'm gonna get like a ShamWow and like play them just like an Ultra Pro deck box and. Like, I'm gonna unsleeve my deck and just play unsleeved, just so they think that I'm, like, just, like, new to the game, and they'll just, like, blow their minds when you, like, 2-0 them or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, one thing I actually, like, forgot to mention is that, like, I've went against opponents that will win the die roll, and they will say, "You go first," and you say, "Why?" And they're like, "Ladies first." Like, you're just like, "Why? Why are you letting me go first? Like, why? Are you stupid?" Like,
To buy
This
better
guy
hair
hit me
wax.
with the "you can go first," fully knowing I'm playing BA and he's playing Clipboards, and he like knows this. And he's just like, ladies first, and I'm just like, all right. And guess what? I fired like to turn 2, and the game lasted 2 turns every single time. I don't get this ladies first thing, man. I want you to treat me like you treat any other duelist across the room from you, man. I don't care. I'm just. I don't know if you guys.
like,
Oh, like my mouth is just drooling real bad because I'm talking too fast. Because I just want people to know to just treat me the same way as you treat any other duelist. I don't want to be like the best female duelist in the world. I want to be the best duelist. Equality, man. I'm like the least feminist person in this like planet. I think. I just want to be treated the same way as you treat any other duelist.
yeah, I actually like kind of get offended when like they say like ladies first, like you're literally like letting me go first. Just because I have a vagina, like at that point when they're just letting you first, they may as well just like hand out, like offer the handshake and say, here's the win.
I mean,
That's
like
basically what they're doing.
if I was a girl and my opponent said to me like, ladies first, and I'm playing like fucking ABC or something last format, I'd be like, sure thing, buddy, ladies first. I'd
Yeah,
maybe
I
have
definitely took the. I definitely tried to talk my opponent out of like not letting me go first a couple of times, but that definitely was after the first like you sure, I was just like, all right, I'm gonna just set a fire, like your turn. But I definitely at least try to like convince them for like 30 seconds, 40 seconds.
like maybe if it was like Necros format, I'd be like, no, equality, bro, like But if it's this format, I'd be like, hey man, I'll go first, no problem, thank you.
Oh my gosh, like when I used to play Harpies, like there was one time when somebody like told me to go first and like said it was a ladies first thing. They were playing Yosenjus or whatever. And I'm sitting here like I'm just sitting here thinking like I don't want to go first. I liked going second with Harpies. Like it's just the fact that you just like pop all their back row and stuff and just like get things going. Like I just got mad when they let me go first. I'd be like, no.
It's not a compliment. Alright, we're coming close to our hour mark here, so I'm gonna quickly go back to questions. I missed out some of your questions, guys, because we kind of went off topic. So I'll just wait for the questions to roll back in. I got one random thing that I wanted to ask. So One thing that I like have like a really big pet peeve of in Yu-Gi-Oh, and I don't know if I'm just getting offended like in other people's place, but one thing I really hate is when people say like, "Oh, hey, my girlfriend wants to start playing. What deck would you recommend?" And everyone's just like, "Madolche, Madolche, Madolche," and I'm just like, just because your girlfriend wants to start playing doesn't mean she can't like play a good deck. Like, why does she need to play garbage just because it's cute? You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm too offended by that, but that's something I just hate so
No,
much.
man. Back in the day when there wasn't, the giant, like the two power creeps that happened before then, I'd always recommend people teaching their girl, like, before pendulums, like when XYZs first came out, I always recommended people teaching their girlfriend how to play the Kage to Kage gadget deck. Because, it teaches them chain links, it teaches them everything. It may not look cute, they may not like it after a while, but, like, it teaches them the basic fundamentals of the game. Then afterwards, yeah, you can go, like, if your girlfriend wants to play a deck because it's cute, sure, just let her do weird, cute Dolce things, but like until that day comes where she wants the cute deck, teach her the deck that'll like get her through the door. Right now, I think the deck is like, I don't know, maybe like ABCs. ABCs teaches you some chain links, right? To tag out on their end phase type thing.
I think ABC is a bad influence, and no one should learn that deck.
Oh man.
Yeah, like when I first got into Yu-Gi-Oh, like even though I did get that agent deck like built, my actual like real like deck I built on my own was Gustos, and like that was like my first like actual like deck I would consider a deck, I guess. So like there like I don't like maybe a girl wouldn't be wise to like get competitive like as soon as they start playing. It's like really confusing like when you're first trying to play and stuff. I don't know.
I don't know. I think you should, if you're trying to get your girlfriend into Yu-Gi-Oh, give her the same deck that you would give anyone trying to learn into Yu-Gi-Oh, man. Don't give them DDD, because they're probably just going to be, like, so confused, and you're going to push your girlfriend out the door before she even enters the door, man.
Oh, but
Teach her
DDD's so
an easy
cute.
deck.
You've got like the slimes, like that's adorable.
If they into them, like, slimy, like, googly-eyed looking things, and sure.
I actually
I'm pretty sure the synchro is like a husbando material, right? They'll get some fan service out of that guy.
oh god.
Siegfried, that's his name. I miss the DDD era, man. Y'all gotta help me out. I just know the deck's hard to play.
Which one? Which
Is
one?
this the one that negates a spell or trap like once per turn or something?
Yeah, husbando, man.
That's Siegfried.
Yeah,
That man's my husbando.
Okay, so this is taking a weird turn. Someone asks, Jackie, are you going to the UDS? It's I think you know this person apparently, Gilbert or something.
Oh, that's my son. Shout out to my son Gilbert, the future best in the world. Y'all are gonna get bodied by him at the UDS. I don't even know if he's going. I think he unfortunately can't go because there's something about his right. Someone take my son to this UDS.
I had no idea you had a kid.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Oh no, he's not my kid. He's my mijo. My adopted child. I love him to death.
Okay.
I taught him I passed on my knowledge to him. He's the only one that believed in me for the longest time. And, it's just a really long backstory. I love him to death. But no, unfortunately for me, I will not be going to the UDS. I'm going to Prague.
Oh, you coming to
First
Prague?
international. Yeah, first international event, man. I always wanted to see Prague. I always thought it was a beautiful city. Why not go when there's a Yu-Gi-Oh event,
Are you coming with Billy or?
Yeah, we have a 14-hour layover in Istanbul. Not really sure what we're doing there, but
Joining
I'm
ISIS?
going to be. What? Oh man, I did some research on the airport we're at. There was a bombing at that airport, and it's literally right now we're at Yu-Gi-Oh or die, literally to this point. That's as literal as it's gonna get.
That's a bomb, cause it's your deck. Am I right, huh?
Oh man, I gotta find some gotta bring a black rose on the flight. I'm not sure if it'll get through TSA, but I'm gonna try my best.
Who are you guys staying with? Are you staying with Europeans, or are you getting your own place?
I don't know where we're staying. We haven't.
Are you
booked
meeting
our
Europeans?
hotel or
Because
anything.
I'm just curious if I know them and stuff.
Well, see,
Because I think Billy's friends with Benedict, right?
no, the person that Chris Morel has like said he can like do the hotel stuff if we really need him to, because we have no idea what we're doing. I don't know what y'all's streets look like over there. Like, y'all's hotel rooms look so different than the ones we have. But I'm pretty sure tonight is the day we figure this stuff out. All I know is that I have a ticket to Prague, and I'm either staying at the convention center, asleep for 3 days, or a week, or however long I'm there. And I'm just trying to play, man. I think, Tiffany, are you going to the UDS?
I was thinking about it, but it's like a no-go for me since I just like went to Atlanta. I think the next event I plan on going to is Pittsburgh, maybe Denver. I'll have to see though.
Darn.
Oh man, I went to the UDS in Chicago that they last had, and I was like really pumped. I thought I was legit about to top it, and I lost the last round to this like savage like 11-year-old kid playing Klee. I was like so upset.
Damn.
He like beat Larry the round before too, so like he bodied both of us.
Losing to kids is fine, but it's just it always hurts a bit more when it's like Domain Monarchs or Klee.
At least Domain Monarchs, you know that there was nothing that could have been done.
Can't really do anything against like I don't even know.
Take solace in the fact that like you could not have the MST for their domain.
Oh, the way I lost was like I had this board and I started attacking. I had Vortex Dragon, and he has 2 set cards. He activates Drowning Mirror Force, so I go Vortex Negate, and he strikes it. I'm like, no way. And he like rips something. He just had game next turn. I was like really upset about it though. It was like really savage.
I'm gonna wrap up the YouTube portion of this. We can stay live for a little bit longer just to talk to stream and stuff, because I guess this, yeah, people probably just want to chill out a little bit longer or whatever. But yeah, if you watched this far, thank you so much. Make sure that if you are in the stream chat and you joined late or whatever, check this video out on YouTube. I'm gonna be uploading it tomorrow night. And really happy that everyone came out and stuff like that. I'm super thankful for Jackie and Tiffany both joining me today on pretty short notice. But it's definitely been a bit of a roller coaster for a stream. Yeah, so thank you guys for joining, and I guess we'll see everyone next time. So make sure you subscribe and comment and like, etc., etc. You guys have any shoutouts?
Shoutouts to Zoo Crew, man. That's all I gotta say. They told me to shout out Zoo Crew, so I'm shouting out Zoo Crew. Shoutouts to my Miho Gilbert. Shoutouts to the House of Champs. It's real hot in this house. I gotta open a window. That might just be me getting real excited over Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know.
Tiffany?
Shout out to Tim Bailey, because pure Burning Abyss is the best deck in every format ever.
Jesus, no.
Alright, YouTube, thanks for watching, and see you next time.